Okay guys, we just got everything for our new computer build. Now we just have to build it. Okay you guys, I'm super excited. Today we got everything for our new computer build. Today we're going with the GPU Gigabyte. It's a GeForce GTX 1660. We will pair that with the CPU AMD Ryzen 5. We also have three 120mm fans, extension cables for the motherboard. The motherboard that we're going with is a Gigabyte B450M DS3H, and then we also will pair this with 3200 megahertz DDR4 RAM. We also have two hard drives. We have one 1TB hard drive and one 500 gigabyte hard drive. We have RGB LED strip. We have extension cables to make a clean install, and we're going with the dark flash computer case. All right, if you guys want to build this computer, you can check down in the description and all the links will be there. Okay, the first thing that you're going to want to do is you want to do a bench test. So we pulled out the motherboard, we pulled out the RAM, we pulled out the power supply, the CPU, and we pulled out the GPU, the GeForce GTX 1660. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the motherboard and we're going to place it on top of the box. We're going to hook all this up together and we're going to see if it could turn on. The reason why you want to do that is because you do not want a dead-on arrival item. So this way you'll be able to see if everything is working before you shove everything inside the computer case. All right, let's go. Okay, the first thing that you want to do is you want to take all the static out of your body, so you can walk up to something metal like a refrigerator and you could touch it and get all the static up out of your system. So we went ahead and we took the motherboard and we placed it on top of the box, and what came with it was an I/O shield that goes in the back of the computer case. All motherboards usually come with it, and then we have an update driver CD. We don't really want to use this. We want to go to the Gigabyte's website and download the latest BIOS from there, which I already have on a thumb drive. When you're installing Windows, you want to make your a Windows 10 thumb drive. You have to have a maximum of 8 gigabytes. I think I have like a 32 gigabyte thumb drive where I have Windows 10 Pro, and I already purchased the serial key for that, and also another thumb drive, so you can put the BIOS, download the BIOS from the Gigabyte's website for your motherboard. So we're gonna go ahead and install everything, and I will get back to you. Okay, you guys, I got everything installed on the motherboard. We installed the CPU. We got the cooling fan over it. The thermal paste is already on there. There's 4 screws. You just have to screw them down until they stop. We already have the RAM installed. You just push them down until they click. And let's see, this is the I/O shield, so we'll install that next. Okay, here is the computer case that we chose. It has a magnetic door, opens. Isn't that a beauty? Okay, so this is where the I/O shield would go, right here. So we'll place that in there from inside of the case. Okay, now we took out the case and we put in the motherboard inside the case. It's got the CPU fan on there, the CPU chip in there, and it's got the memory in there. So what we're going to do now is we're going to take off this side panel and we are going to install the power supply. Okay, now we will install the power supply. Just turn the computer case around, and right at the bottom we're going to take the power supply and we're going to put it in with the fan facing down to the bottom, and we're going to secure it with the 4 screws that comes with the power supply right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now that we have our power supply installed, 0 is off and 1 is on. Now I was install the 500 gigabyte hard drive. This is the hard drive that we are going to load Windows 10 Pro on. Okay, now we're going to take the SATA cable. This is how it looks. We're going to plug it into the SATA drive, and we are going to route it to the motherboard, and it's plugged in right here. Okay, we now have the SATA drive installed. You'll have 4 screws that come in with your case. You have a bunch of screws, and you basically would run the cables to the back. Okay, and this is where I got the 4 screws in there, right around here. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and you want to use your power supply cable, you'll find the SATA, which is this one right here. So this is your SATA power. There's 3 of them on there. We have one connected up there, and then we have the SATA line connected to the motherboard. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take the wires that came with the case, and we're going to hook them in, starting from the right. That's your SATA, okay, which we already showed you how to hook that up to your SATA drive. To the left of that, you have your USB 3.0, okay. To the left of that, you have your USB 2.0, okay. And then over here, you have your HD audio, all right. So these right here, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cables. You have to use your owner's manual to see exactly where those go. And basically what they do is they power up all your buttons and USB connections. Okay, I just installed the extension cables to power the motherboard. I have the 24-pin power running here, and I have the 8-pin power running here. Basically, it's just for aesthetics and looks really nice. All right, you guys, we got the 120 millimeter fans installed. We got 3 fans right there, and there's going to be 2 more fans on a GPU, which goes down there. We're going to put that in there last. I just want to show you how the fans hooked up. We just ran the cables down to the bottom, and then they all hook up through a Molex cable right here. So you just hook up the 3 Molex cables together and then connect your power from your power supply to the last one down here. Okay, now that we got the graphics card in, there's this little safety brace over here on the side that I take out. So that's in, and all we have to do is hook it up. Okay guys, now we will hook up the 1 terabyte hard drive. It's a Seagate. Basically what you want to do is you want to take the computer and turn it upside down, and then there's 2 screws. There's one down here and there's one up here. This right here will fall out. Then you want to put this in here and then put it back in. Hook it up to your power supply and hook it up to your SATA on your motherboard. Okay. All right, you guys. Now we got it all configured and all hooked up. Now here's the moment of truth. Powered it on. Oh, that is a beauty. You got your tempered glass right here. Let me just open up that door. Look how beautiful that is on the inside. That is a really nice computer. Okay, if you guys want to build this computer too, just look down in the description and you'll have all the parts and pieces that you need. All right, signing out. Peace.